In this video, we're going to take a look at how we can use the short division method. So look at the example on the left-hand side. I need to divide 396 by 5. One of the most common techniques for division is the bus stop method. The number that we're dividing goes inside the bus stop, and the number that we're dividing by goes on the outside. We want to see how many times 5 goes into each of these numbers. So how many times does 5 go into 3? Well, it doesn't. So if a number doesn't go into it, or there's any remainder, it gets carried on. So the 3 that I've not used will now go on to the 9 to make 39. How many times does 5 go into 39? Well, 5 times 7 is 35, and it will have 4 left over to make 39. So the 4 remainder gets carried on. 5 goes into 46 9 times, because 5 times by 9 is 45, and I have 1 left over. Well, the remainder still carries on, but you'll notice that the 6 was my units number, which means I had 0 tenths, and the 1 gets carried on to that 0. How many times does 5 go into 10? Well, the answer is 2, and because there's no remainder, I can stop. So the answer to 396 divided by 5 is 79.2. Pause the video here and have a go at the question on the right hand side. When you're ready for the answer, press play. So the number that I'm dividing goes inside the bus stop. The number that I'm dividing by goes on the outside. And I want to see how many times 6 goes into each of these numbers. 6 doesn't go into 1. So the 1 is going to get carried on to the 4 to make 14. 6 goes into 14 twice, because 6 times 2 is 12, and I have 2 left over. 6 goes into 27 4 times, because 6 times 4 is 24. That means I've got 3 left over. And as before, 147, the 7 is in the units column, so I have 0 tenths, and the decimal point has its own column. So the 3 remainder goes on to the 0. How many times does 6 go into 30? The correct answer is 5, because 6 times 5 is 30. I have no remainder, and therefore I can stop. So the answer to 147 divided by 6 is 24.5.